Greetings! Thrilled to see so many people here today. We were afraid that the class had dropped off since we had such poor attendance last week, but it was Mother's Day. So it's good to see everybody back today. I got some housekeeping stuff to go over, but before we do that, as luck would have it, I have a joke for you. Guy walks into a psychiatrist's office and says, "Doc, I'm really having a tough time. I'm having weird dreams. One night I dream I'm a wigwam. The next night I dream I'm a teepee. Following night I dream I'm a wigwam. Next night I dream I'm a teepee." Psychiatrist says, "I know what your problem is. You're too tense."
That is so
Wow.
So sad. I thought we were going to hear a joke.
All right. Just a reminder, we're being videotaped. So throw that out there.
You need to cut your joke.
Yeah. Now seriously, how many of y'all weren't here last week? Because last week was a relatively oh my goodness. Okay. So a little review would be in order.
We didn't do it.
All right. Last week we talked about what to do after your partner opens one no trump. Okay. When your partner opens one no trump, you still have the two things we're trying to figure out on every bridge hand. Do the two of us have enough points for a game contract, and enough points is 25 or so? And do we have an 8-card major suit fit? There are two primary conventions people use to determine whether they have an 8-card major suit fit when partner opens no trump. The first is called Stamen. Okay. Stamen is a 2-club bid after one no trump. Ask partner if he has a 4-card major. Okay, so the auctions go one no trump, pass, 2 clubs, pass, and then the one no trump bidder gets to respond, and he only has 3 possible responses. 2 diamonds, 2 hearts, and 2 spades. 2 diamonds is no 4-card major. 4 hearts equals 4 hearts. Nah. 2 spades, 4 spades. And I'll just write this up. And last week somebody asked, what do you do if you got them both? How do you respond? Here in Richmond, we respond 2 hearts. On the left coast, they respond 2 spades. Truth be told, it doesn't really matter what you do. As long as you and your partner have the agreement that when I bid 2 clubs, I always have a 4-card major, we will always find an 8-card major suit fit if we have one, if we're 4-4 in the majors. Okay. So, we're going to do a little math. I open one no trump. How many points do I have? 15 to 17. Every single time? Every single time. I'm not going to have more and I'm not going to have less. Okay, so if partner opens a no trump and I have a 6 count, do we have any interest in game?
No.
We don't, because the most my partner can have is 17 and I've got 6. Okay, partner open one no, the most he can have is 17 and I've got 6, so I don't have any interest in game. The way that we figure out whether we have interest in game or not is kind of like this. If I've got 0 to 7 points and my partner opens no trump, I don't have any interest in game. Okay, so I am going to pass unless I have an exceptionally shapely hand. We'll talk about that in a bit. If I have 8 or 9 points, I may or may not, I do have interest in game, but I'm going to leave it up to my partner by inviting him. I'm going to tell him, partner, I'm interested in game. If you have the top of your bid, we want to be in a game contract. If you have a 15-point hand, we don't want to be in a game contract. If you have 16, exercise some judgment. Questions so far? All right, well, after my partner responds, I'll say my partner responds with 2 hearts. Let's say he responds with 2 spades.
Can you bid the 2 clubs, the academy club?
No, 2 clubs is a conventional bid. That's a good question. 2 clubs does not say anything about clubs. It says, do you have a 4-card major? And the great thing about conventional bids is they do not necessarily, when I bid clubs, what's it sound like I have? Clubs. When I bid 2 clubs over 1 no trump, I don't promise any clubs. It is a totally conventional bid. It's such a common conventional bid that it doesn't require any alerts. Actually, if you play 2 clubs, shows clubs, that's something you should notify the opponents of. All right, so I open a note, or my partner opened no trump, I bid 2 clubs, my partner bid 2 spades. 99% of the stamen bids you are going to make are going to be on these 4 squares. Okay, I either have an invitational hand with a fit, an invitational hand without a fit, game going hand with a fit, or game going hand without a fit. Okay, if I don't have a fit, I'm bidding no trump. If I have a fit, I'm bidding some number of spades. Okay? So if I have enough points for game and no fit, my partner told me he had 4 spades and I don't have 4 spades, I'm bidding 3 no trump. If I have 8 or 9 points, I'm bidding 2 no trump. Now, if my partner catches me with fit, he bids spades and I have spades, I'm going to evaluate my hand and see whether I want to be in game or not. If I've got 10 plus points and I count distribution in this, since we have a fit, I'll bid 4 spades, and with 8 or 9, I'll bid 3 spades. Which, once again, when I make an invitational bid, I'm telling my partner, look at your hand. You told me you had 15 to 17 points. If you have 17, I want to be in a game contract. If you have 15, I don't. If you have 16, exercise judgment. If we have a spade fit, you can upgrade your hand for extra shape. Certainly, if you have a 5-card spade suit and open a no trump, that would be a good thing. That, in a nutshell, is stamen. Any questions? Really? Wow. All right. So, again, 2 conventions to deal to what? Yeah. Oh, I actually have tonight's lesson, but that's okay. Yes, ma'am.
I swear, I get so confused. If you have a 15 to 17 points and a 5-card major, open no trump, or do you open your major?
That's a great question. Her question was, if I've got a balanced 16 count with a 5-card spade suit, do I open at 1 spade or do I open at 1 no? Personally, I'm a 1 no bidder. I like getting the hand off my chest. There are some people who open at 1 spade, and that's fine too. The problem with opening one of a major, especially if I have a 5-card heart suit, is I'm kind of stuck for a bid. Goes 1 heart, 1 spade, hamana, hamana, hamana. If I bid 1 no trump, I'm showing 12 to 14, and I have more than that. I might not have a 6th heart. So I just like bidding a no trump, and I don't always get to disclose my 5-card major, but I tell my partner how many points I have. Second question, and this came up in an open game the other night, is would you, a guy had a 16 count with a singleton ace of clubs. He said, would you open this a no trump? I looked at him and said, no. No. If you have a void or a singleton, you're not balanced. So I'm not. So do not consider opening hands such as that one no trump. Okay? And I'm going to say this. Very, very good player opened no trump with a singleton spade against me in an open tournament a couple of years ago. Worked out really well for him. Yes, ma'am.
Up to your diagram of two spades and paths, I have hearts and I open in no trump.
Okay.
Do I go to no trump in response to the two spades if I'm really looking for hearts?
Well, when my partner's bid spades, he doesn't have hearts.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
He's playing here. He would have done hearts first.
Right. And actually, I bid no trump anyway. If he has hearts, he knows I have a 4-card major. Say you're in Arizona, then they do it the other way. Okay? Your bid is still no trump. If I tell you that I have a 4-card major and I don't have 4 of the one that you bid, then I've got 4 of the other one. If I always have a 4-card major to bid no trump, then if I don't raise the one that you bid, I've got the other one. Okay? Yes, ma'am.
Given that we're all Ed acolytes here, and we've opened one no trump with 5 of a major, and it goes one no trump, 2 clubs, and I say 2 hearts, and I've got 5, and they say 2 no, oh no, I had 4 spades. If I say 3 hearts, does that mean I had 5 hearts?
That's a great question. I'll write that auction up. And by the way, for those of you who are paying attention, we haven't actually gotten to tonight's lesson yet, and I've got 15 minutes, so we'll be fine. So the auction goes 1 no, 2 clubs, 2 hearts, 2 no. Now, 2 no trump is an invitational bid. If I have a 15 count with a 5-card heart suit, am I accepting invitations? I'm not. So I've got a great bid to describe that hand. That bid would be pass. But if I'm accepting invitations and I bid 3 hearts, then my partner will think. He said he had 4 hearts, and I told him I wasn't interested in a heart contract, and now he's bidding them again. He must have 5. Just 5. Ordinarily, if you've got a 6-card major, you can open that one of a major instead of no trump. Okay? So when I bid hearts again, it says I have 5 and I want to be in a game contract. Okay? So your next bid is either 4 hearts or 3 no trump. Great question. Yes, ma'am?
Well, if they raised the hearts because they had 5 hearts, shouldn't that have been a transfer? Well,
No. I opened.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm Fran. I said in this lesson, he said, yes, open a no trump with a 5-card major. So I did. And then he bid Stamen, and I showed him 4, and then he bid 2 no trump, and I wanted to show him 5. And I did by doing this. Okay, good question. Yes, ma'am?
If you have a 15 count or thereabouts, and one of your suits is a doubleton with a 7 and 8 in it,
Yep.
is that still a good no trump bid?
I'm going to say this. I'm going to slow down and make sure that you're paying attention. You only have one chance to tell your partner that you have 15 to 17 points in a balanced hand. If you don't do it right away, you will never, ever be able to convince your partner that you got 15 to 17 points in a balanced hand. So if I don't have a suit stopped, it's not going to prevent me from opening a no trump. If I've got this hand, and I'll actually move on to today's lesson after this. Oh my goodness, what a great hand. How many high card points do I have? 16. Am I balanced? Oh my goodness, I have 2 unstopped black suits. How do I open this hand? 1 no trump. Now, for those of you who say, you can't open that 1 no trump, you've got 2 unstopped suits. I'm going to give you this.
Oh, that's okay.
Not going to do it. I'm going to open 1 diamond, and I'm sure it'll work out. Now, I haven't introduced you to Kinlaw's Law yet. Okay, Kinlaw's Law is very simple. It says if there's a bid that you don't want to hear from your partner, that's the one that he's going to make. And in this case, he's going to bid 1 spade, and you say, oh, great. What do I do now? Yeah, I bid 1 no trump because I'm balanced. I still don't have club stop, but I'm not going to worry about that. But diamond, spade, no trump, 12 to 14 points. I have 16 points. I've underbid my hand by a queen. The great thing about bidding no trump at any point in the auction is all you do is you ask your partner to do math. Partner, between the 2 of us, we're looking for 25 points. I've got between this much and this much every single time. Okay? So I would open this hand to no trump and not give it a second thought. Good question. Any other questions? Hold on to them.
So, wait a minute. Did you say that there were 2 responses? There's a statement bid convention but you didn't go to the other one.
Oh my gosh! Yes! That's tonight's lesson. We're gonna, okay, and thank you for that. I'll pay you later. Now, we're going to talk about Jacoby transfers. You have this hand.
That's nice.
All right. Your partner opens the no trump. How many points does he have? 15 to 17. So between the 2 of you, how many points do y'all have? 15 to 17. How's 1 no trump going to do? It's not going to do well. Okay? Is there a contract that you think might work better? Hearts. How many hearts? 2. I'd like to play 1, but they won't let me. So the least I can play is 2. Now I have a second question for you. I have 16 points. You have 0 points. Which one of us should play the hand? The person with the no trump opener. So a lot of people have an agreement that they will play something called a Jacoby transfer bid. The way a Jacoby transfer bid works is we have agreed that if you open a no trump, I will open the suit under my major suit, and we have the agreement that I've got 5 cards in the higher ranking suit. So if it goes on this hand, 1 no trump pass 2 diamonds. Okay? My partner and I have the agreement that I'm showing hearts. Okay. Does that make some sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Doesn't make sense, but I understand
Well, and
how
again,
you're doing it. It doesn't
Think
make
about it like
sense.
this. Your goal with this is to get me to play the hand. Okay? So if you bid hearts, who plays the hand? You do. Okay, so you bid the suit under your heart suit, and we've agreed that when you do that, I've got hearts. Okay, now, I'm going to look at the man sitting next to you, who you're playing with tonight, I'm guessing. All right, now, this is important. If you are playing transfer bids, it is vitally important that your partner is also playing transfer bids. Okay? This is one of those conventional thingies. Okay? 1 no trump pass 2 diamonds. What does that sound like? Sounds like diamonds. I bid diamonds. It sounds like diamonds. I don't have diamonds. We have the agreement that I have hearts. Yes, ma'am.
What if you really had diamonds, what would you do?
Something else. Her question was, what would I do if I had diamonds? Something else. Yes, ma'am.
Why would you get this handed out?
Because one no trump is going down in a bloody ball of flames. Okay, 2 hearts. I'm going to take heart. I'm going to take tricks with these 3 cards. So one no trump goes down in flames. 2 hearts may go down less. Okay, might even make if I catch my partner with a heart spit. Okay, but I'm bidding to get my partner out of a bad one no trump contract into a better 2-level contract. Yes, sir.
So, let's say one no trump, I've got 6 spades or 7 spades, and I beat 2 hearts.
Yes.
How does he know that I don't have actually a 4-card heart suit?
That's a great question because you and your partner have talked about this. He said, hey, okay, when I bid a no trump, we're going to try this Jacoby transfer thing. So when I bid hearts, it doesn't mean that I have hearts. It actually means that I have spades. Okay? It is an agreement that you and your partner have. Again, if you're playing transfer bids, make sure your partner's also playing transfer bids. Now, there's one more important thing about transfer bids. Yes, ma'am.
Is that only the case when you don't have any high card points?
Nope, and we'll get there in a bit. Govin and I are going to have an auction, a no trump auction. I'm going to show you how this works. And I'm going to tell you that your opponents are entitled to information about your bidding. Okay? One no trump.
2 diamonds.
Okay. Partner says 2 diamonds, transfer. Okay. Transfer is code for the opponents. That his 2 diamond does not mean diamonds. That he actually has hearts. Okay. Y'all are just looking at me.
You can
Yes,
say-
ma'am.
You don't
You
say
say-
transfer,
you don't
do
say
you?
that? You say the word transfer?
You actually say
You or
actually,
You do?
Which one of you?
Anyway.
whoever.
Say it over again.
If I open a no trump and Paul bids 2 diamonds, I say transfer. The way to think about it is this. I don't get to announce that I'm doing something extra special fancy. If Paul does something extra special fancy, I need to notify my opponents that Paul's just being Paul.
Or
Okay?
isn't he called go with first, because I used to always screw that up. All right, see?
On purpose, I think. Yeah, I'm not bitter much. Yes,
So
ma'am.
you can't play that unless you've got a specific partner that you play with a lot, right?
Actually, transfer bids are a common. Once you know them, they make sense. It makes sense to play them because if I open a no trump, you want me playing the hand. Okay, now, we've talked about this ugly piece of schmoo for a bit. Okay, one no trump has 2 diamonds, transfer, pass. Partner will always, no matter what his hand is, accept the transfer by bidding 2 of my major.
What if he's void?
What if he's void? Then he shouldn't have opened a no trump. That'll teach him.
Right.
You only have to learn that lesson once.
Who says transfer?
All right.
Yeah, who says?
Now,
Question.
yeah,
How many hearts do you need to have?
you need
You
5.
got it. You need 5.
Okay.
What was that? How many
I
hearts
know
do you
this
have to
is
win
literal,
to-
but when
to
you
do
say
the-
talk to your partner, are we given illegal information before the game if
No,
we're
no, no,
saying this means
no.
this?
I think. we
Gov and
know.
I know what we're doing. Okay, lightning didn't strike, so I got by with that one. Govin and I know what system we are playing. Okay, the opponents are entitled to know what we're doing. And saying transfer is a way of notifying them that Govin's done something extra special fancy. But we aren't giving any information to ourselves. We already know what we're playing. It's our opponents who are entitled to this information. Other questions?
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
When you do transfers, there are two things. I'm trying to reiterate. You can have 0 points.
Correct.
But if you're gonna have 0 points, you're probably gonna have more than 5, but you could just have 5.
Could just have 5.
Okay, and your partner has got to respond. If you say 2 diamonds, they've got to say 2 hearts.
Correct.
Okay, when you do statement, you have to have points, right? Don't
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
You
When
have
I
to
bid
have
statement,
eight.
when I bid statement, I have interest in game.
Okay.
Here, I don't necessarily have interest in game. I might just be trying to get you out of a bad 1 no trump contract into a better 2 of a major contract.
Okay.
Now, does everybody understand this matrix? Because if you understand this matrix, okay, with a game going hand, I bid game. With an invitational hand, make an invitation. Okay, this matrix
This is statement again.
works the same way
No.
for Jacoby transfers as it does statement. This is the responder's rebid. So I will leave you with this. How many high card points?
13.
I've got a 13 count. What is this, a king?
oh, that's a game.
Partner opens 1 no trump. What do I do? I tell them about my 5 card major. My partner accepts the transfer. Now, do we have enough points for game? Yes. Do we have an 8 card major suit fit? Maybe. 3 no. Partner, we have enough points for game. I have exactly 5 hearts. Do something intelligent. And the definition of do something intelligent is pass if you have a doubleton heart, and bid 4 hearts if you have 3 or 4 hearts. Okay?
I think I just got lost.
Okay? Now again, with a transfer bid, I'm going to tell you that I have a 5 card major, and you're going to accept the transfer by bidding my 5 card major. And then I'm going to describe my hand. Okay? 3 no trump says we have enough points for game. And I have exactly 5 hearts. Okay? 2 no trump says, yeah, I don't know if we have enough points for game or not. But I got this 5 card heart suit. Okay, I've got the same 8 or 9 points I would have had if the auction would go 1 no trump past 2 no trump. Right. So here I'm bidding 2 no trump. Now I've got a 6 card heart suit and 14 cards.
Right.
Ordinarily, when you have 14 cards, you want to be in no trump. Okay? I've got a 6 card heart suit. Okay? Do we want to be in game? Yeah. Do we want to be in hearts?
Yes.
Yeah. So 1 no trump pass 2 diamonds, pass 2 hearts, pass 4 hearts. We've got a fit. We have enough points for game. Good luck, play well. Take the queen of clubs away, and instead of bidding 4 hearts, I bid 3 hearts. Okay? If you know this matrix, okay, you should have a reasonable understanding of Stamen and Jacoby. Any questions? Yes, ma'am.
What did you say about the two clubs? One no trump, two clubs, was that?
That's Stamen.
And that's a code for, I want you to bid.
A 4-card major.
But I bid 2 hearts. Only if I have hearts, I bid 2 spades if I have spades or hearts?
No, I'll bid 2 diamonds if I don't have either. I'll bid 2 hearts with hearts and 2 spades with spades.
But I don't see where you bid any hearts yet, down here.
You have it.
That's an H.
Oh, I thought that was an N, sorry.
Oh, I did too.
Oh, and by the way, the hand that you just shot a picture of has no bearing on this.
I didn't take a picture.
Yeah, okay, 'cause this will be for her. Anyway, time to play bridge. Good luck, play well.